Hello friends, how's it going? I'm really nervous for today's video, and it's because it's an unpopular opinions video. I asked you guys in my last video to give me some unpopular opinions about Animal Crossing, and you guys delivered, I will say that much. Here on this channel, I like to think that we are positive people and uplifting and supportive. And so if you disagree with any of these unpopular opinions, I encourage you to voice your concerns down below. However, if you're a big old meanie, you're gonna get big old deleted, okay? I think we should go ahead and just jump into our unpopular opinions because they are quite spicy, so let's do it. Okay, unpopular opinion number 1 comes from Emma. I understand people are upset with the lack of content in the game, but people are really acting like they weren't praising it when it first came out. New Horizons is a great game that deviates from other Animal Crossing games and definitely is missing some content, but I think people are getting way too upset saying the game is complete garbage. Yes, Emma, I agree. If you've seen my video about the Animal Crossing 2.0 update, you'll know that I personally believe New Horizons is a great game. I'm sorry. I will be right there with you guys when we are picketing about how we want things like Brewster, the city, Cap'n, mini games, all this stuff. Better online features, like everything. I'm right there with you. However, I look at Animal Crossing New Horizons as a completely different game than New Leaf. New Leaf felt a little bit more life simmy and more gameplay oriented, and New Horizons lacks in that department and feels a little bit more like sandboxy, builderly. Like when I go and I play Sims, say I'm gonna sit down for a 12-hour Sim session because, you know, that's one of my weekend activities. In that 12 hours, I will probably spend like 8 of those decorating, building, and making Sims and casts. Like literally that's what I'll do. And then I'll maybe play with my Sims for like 4 hours. That's just the kind of person that I am, and that's the kind of gameplay that I enjoy. However, I think the reason for that is because like Sims has the same problems as Animal Crossing. It feels like an empty, lifeless shell. Okay, so we're on the same page. I think that I just inherently like games like that. So I tend to have like a little bit more of a positive view about New Horizons because I'm like, we get to put furniture outside. New Horizons has a lot of potential to be like a great game, but I think it's gonna take a lot more work, you know? Moving on to unpopular opinion number 2. Adding Brewster won't save this game. So many people have quit. I'm on the verge of quitting because there has been no new content except furniture. I feel like adding Brewster may bring back some people, but I just feel like it'll get old going to Brewster after a month or something. Gonna be nothing to look forward to. A lot of people will quit after Christmas. Okay, I agree. Yet again. I'm sorry. I don't think adding Brewster is going to make the game go from horrible, awful game that everybody on the internet says that it is to great, amazing, awesome game that's the best ever. But I also think we're misremembering like how great the Roost was. I'd love to do a video on that soon where I go and I play the Roost in New Leaf just to kind of be like, hey, this is what the minigame was like. I don't know. Unpopular opinion, I don't think New Horizons needs a New Leaf-esque main street. This hurts my heart. I disagree. I think that it does need a little main street city section of the game. I would love to have like a whole new place that we could go with all of the old NPCs back that we miss. Everybody's got little stores. I think it would just be fabulous. And I'm not saying this is like real speculation that people have. It's just been like an idea that's been floating around that I just happen to be particularly in love with. Again, I don't think it'll like fix the game, but I think that it would be a great freaking start. Unpopular opinion, I guess, would be cluttered islands are obnoxious. Okay, layer displays and such are fine, and watching tours of filled out areas are pretty, but I hate not having walkable areas. And on my own island, I always want to fill it in with details, but most of the time while playing, my own brain is trying to find ways to remove visual clutter. I understand this. I'm of the same opinion. I don't like to play on a cluttered island. I found this out about myself. It only took me a year after the game came out. But I've been really trying to dive into the play style of like trying to play the game as it's intended, do the fishing, do the bug thing, all that good stuff. So I've been trying to open up my island and my idea of like what my island can look like. And for me, I don't really like the clutter in my own game, but I love seeing pictures of it, and I love seeing islands with like that beautiful, gorgeous, like cottagecore aesthetic. But for me, I'm like loving the open concept, HGTV style. Photoshopping / edits on Animal Crossing, Instagram, and Twitter is unrealistic and adds to the pressure that already exists to create picture perfect islands. Okay. I think edits are so cool. I love seeing how creative people can get. I love the sky replacements and like the water replacements. I love the little sun rays. I think it's cute. I understand both sides though. Like sometimes I'll look at those pictures, I'll be like, damn, like my island's not gonna be that cute. Or like, damn, I could never take a picture like that. Definitely not a portrayal of reality, you know? It's so funny how like Instagram, it just makes us insecure in every single way possible. Like this is an argument that you would see on like the Instagram reality subreddit, you know, about like real life people. It's kind of wild. Okay, unpopular opinion. Not everything has to be aesthetic. Just because your island has a vegetable garden doesn't mean you have to call it farmcore. I have no idea why it annoys me, but it does. There was a lot of comments that were pretty anti-core. And I will say that Animal Crossing did not make up cores, and I'm sure a lot of people are aware of that. My understanding, and I'm no expert, but my understanding is that cores are just a way to like label aesthetics. So we kind of have like a name to a face, you know? Nobody in Animal Crossing made up cottagecore, fairycore, normcore even. However, I did take the term normcore, which would be like the H&M of the fashion world, to like making it my own thing and adapting it to my island, because I just need a freaking title for my YouTube videos, okay? I get it can be annoying, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with wanting to like name things, you know, especially to like differentiate between aesthetics. I think it's fine. Time traveling makes the game less fun / feels like cheating. I mean, yeah, I think it is kind of like cheating, right? The Animal Crossing form of cheating. I will say that everybody's allowed to do whatever they want to do. They're two totally different play styles, and I think that there's something fun about both of them. Guys, I don't get it. It's a game and it's pretty open-ended. You can do whatever you want with it. Unpopular opinion, I don't get why the popular villagers are so popular. Just get the villagers you like, people, not the ones other people think you should like. I think that there have been people who have gotten villagers just because they're popular, but it's like, so what? They want to have a popular villager. Maybe they love that villager because they're popular. I don't know. You should definitely just get the villagers that you like. And if those villagers happen to be Marshall, Raymond, Dom, Sherb, Molly, Maple, can't think of any other ones off the top of my head, then fuck it. Those are your favorite villagers. Go for it. Go crazy. And if somebody tries to come at you and be like, oh, well, you only like popular villagers, just tell them to shut up. Like, I don't get it. It's none of their business. Okay, Renee is coming in with the heat here. Unpopular opinion, I personally want a paid DLC. I am so sick of the economy around video games. I'm thankful that at least we don't have microtransactions in Animal Crossing New Horizons, but like we paid $60 for this game and we buy Nintendo Online. I think that's a lot of money. If they come out with a paid DLC, you already know I'm gonna be at the GameStop picking it up. If that is the only way for us to get like a huge substantial update is to pay for it, I understand. But I'm upset with all of the demands that the community has. They essentially want a whole other game put into this game because it's like we're missing so much content. If they decide to go the paid DLC route, like it would really suck, and I think it would turn a lot of people off. But if that were to be the only way for us to get like all of the old NPCs and gameplay and mini games that we had, then yeah, okay. Sure. I would be upset if I had to pay for, you know, that kind of content, but at this point, I'll do anything. I'm desperate. I get pretty upset when Animal Crossing YouTubers / content creators are super negative about the game. Whether it be calling certain villagers ugly, constantly complaining about the lack of updates, or hating on themes that aren't traditionally aesthetic. I am not innocent. I have called villagers ugly. I think Rocket is ugly. I'm sorry. And hating on themes, I made like a theme tier list video that I think people took the wrong way. I wasn't trying to hate on anybody's theme or anything, but I do still get comments like to this day about how much of a bitch I am for like saying that I didn't really like cottagecore and complaining about lack of updates. So I think that the content that performs the best and is the most reliable is the negative content. You see it all the time. I posted a Let's Play of Animal Crossing and it only got this many views, but I posted a video where I complained about Animal Crossing and called it a bad game and I got so many more views. It's like, what do you think you're gonna do? You know, a lot of people would go the direction of like making the more negative content because that's what people want to watch. So like, can you really fault people? No. I'm not really gonna hate on anybody for getting their bag. For me personally, I don't want to make negative content anymore. I just want to have fun and play cute animal game. And I hate seeing the negativity in the community, and I hate seeing like Isabel post something about the update and people being like, worst game ever, where's Brewster, Nintendo sucks. And those are the kind of people I block on Twitter. My philosophy is that I'm just trying to be a more positive person. And so I am just gonna try to put out as many positive videos as I can, even though this is in an unpopular opinions video, which isn't necessarily the most positive. Argue about it in the comments. I'm sick of people trying to predict what's going to come out in future updates. It creates ridiculously high expectations of the updates based on nothing, and then the entire community is disappointed and feels cheated. You're allowed to be disappointed in an update, of course, but if you're disappointed because of your high expectations with no basis, it's not Nintendo's fault. Understandable. I personally don't watch speculation content anymore about anything, about any game. After the Switch Pro thing, I'm like, I don't believe any of you guys. There's literally no credibility to like a lot of the speculation. And honestly, the 2.0 update, I don't even know where that came from. Do you guys remember? They were like, at the 1-year anniversary of Animal Crossing, a big 2.0 update's gonna come out. It's gonna be island expansion. It's gonna be all this fun stuff. Who made that up? That's literally fiction. Why are we writing fiction books on Animal Crossing YouTube? I don't watch those videos anymore. I don't like to be upset. What did you guys think of that experience? I wish I would have gotten to a lot more. However, I wanted to keep it short and concise. If you didn't agree with any of the things that I mentioned, please feel free to let me know down below nicely. Again, I hope you guys aren't too upset with me or anything. I tried to keep it civil. In my last video, I decorated a couple of new areas on my island, which is almost complete. I'm so excited to show you guys next week my final island tour, so stick around if you would like to see that. Don't forget about Twitch, twitch.tv/VanessaCrossGirl. Make sure to come hang out with us on there while we're working on the island. My Discord and my social medias are down below if you would like to check those out. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you continue to have a great day. I will talk to you guys in the next video.